Hi, welcome to the 7th Sense, and in this video I like to discuss a few things about the pinky count. Now the pinky count, as the name suggests, it allows you to count the cards one by one with your little finger. Now what that allows you to do is it allows you to get a break under any small number of cards. Okay, for example, I don't have any break at this point. Let's say for some kind of trick I need a break about say 12 cards. Okay, now without any perceptible motion or any unnecessary spreading, I can actually get that break. Okay, I already have that break about 12 cards. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 cards. Okay, and if you ever do sleight of hand card magic, then you will find that this is one of the most useful techniques that you will ever have. Okay, so before I discuss about the technique itself, I think it will help if I explain the concept first. Okay, so just take one card just like this and hold it in the dealing grip or the mechanics grip, and now if you apply pressure at this corner with the thumb and at this corner with the small finger, and if you release the pressure with the little finger first, you will see that this end will pop up. Okay, now this is the first concept at which the pinky count works. Okay, now the second idea is if you want to refill the pages of a book. Okay, first thing, one by one, first thing you will do is you will bevel those pages, and that will allow you to release the pages one at a time, right? And these are the two things that works that makes the pinky count work. Okay, so first you will simply hold the deck in the mechanics grip. Okay, you will lay the thumb across this part, and also the front end is more or less square, but at the back the deck is actually pretty much beveled. Okay, just like this. And notice that my little finger is way down at the back. Okay, it's not here, but it's at the very edge. Now the reason for that is the bevel is the biggest towards the end, and bigger the bevel, easier and more certain the count is. Okay, so at this point what you will do is you will simply apply pressure on these two corners just like I showed you with one card, and now if you slowly release the pressure with the small finger, you will see that one card will move or pop out one by one. Okay, just like that, and you can count as many cards as you want. Okay, now first when you practice, you will notice that once you release one card and then maybe you will go like just like that. Okay, now that is probably because you haven't developed enough strength with your little finger. Okay, that will come with practice. Okay, if, maybe couple of days of practice, you will be able to release the cards one by one. Now another thing that you will notice is that first when you practice, these two fingers will actually shoot out. Okay, you will feel that it is almost impossible for you to do the count without these two fingers shooting out. Now that's simply because you haven't developed individual control over this little finger. Okay, just resist that motion. Okay, resist the motion of these two fingers. Keep practicing, and eventually you will develop independent control with the little finger. Okay, now talking about these two fingers, it's important that this finger, okay, the second finger, actually lies a little bit into the side of that top card. Now the reason for that is if I don't have this finger here, the amount of pop up when I first release the card is this much. Okay, this is the amount of movement you will see, but with this finger here, okay, the movement is considerably reduced. Okay, that's all movement you will ever see. Okay, so this is something that I discovered while actually filming the videos, so it's a good thing to keep in mind. Okay, this finger actually prevents the pop-up from being exaggerating. Okay, now just two more things. First of all, it is completely possible with practice to do the count of about maybe 20 or 30 cards. I personally can count about 20 to 30 cards reliably with this technique. However, having said that, even if you learn only just 5 or 6 cards, okay, to count just 5 or 6 cards, that will be enough for 9 out of 10 times, okay. So that's something that you want to keep in mind while actually you practice, okay. First try to master just 5 or 6 cards, and then if you feel like it, then you can practice even more, okay. Now the second thing is that it is also possible to do the count with a small packet of cards, okay. In this case, let's say I have 10 cards, I think, okay, and it's possible to do it with a small packet as well, okay. So let's say I want about 3 cards, okay. I have the break about 3 cards, okay. Now the technique is the same. You will still bevel that packet. It is a small packet, but you will still bevel that packet, and this second position of the second finger is even more important with the small packet, because with the small packet that pop-up becomes even bigger, okay. So it's very important that you have that second finger right here. And also now the little finger is almost at the very tip of the deck, okay. So about this part of the little finger is contacting that edge, okay. So it's only the tip that touches the packet. So beveled, that tip is touching, and now the technique is the same. You will simply release the cards one at a time, okay, and stop whenever you want, okay. And it's much more difficult than with the bigger packet. So first you try and practice with the whole deck, and once you have mastered that, and if you wanna feel like it, then you can practice it with the smaller packet, and it's much better than all those quadruple buckle or something like that, okay. It's the pinky count is much better way of getting that break, okay. So anyway, that is the explanation for the pinky count. I hope it was helpful, and I covered all the points. If you have any doubts on the pinky count, make sure to ask in the comments, and I will see you in the next video. Hope this video was helpful, and thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.